Google Meet is a video conference platform that can be used in a distance learning context with staff and students. To effectively use Meet with your students, there are specific settings and options to consider. If you are using Google Classroom with your students, you can use this to create your meeting link. Using a classroom meeting link will prevent students from joining the meeting without a teacher present. Go to the settings of your classroom to turn your meeting link on. Make the link visible in your stream's banner to make it easy for students to access, or leave it off if you prefer to post the link at the time of your meeting. If using a Classroom Meet link, there is nothing else you need to do. The meeting will not start until you open the link and begin the session. For additional security and to avoid your code from being shared with others, you may choose to reset your link and hide the visibility to students when finished with your meeting. Alternatively, if you are not using Classroom, you can still create a controlled meeting. Visit meet.google.com or find Meet in the Apps waffle of a Google page. To create a controlled meeting, you will need a nickname. Choose a nickname that is unique to you in the DDSB. If you choose a nickname that someone else also uses, you could end up in the same meeting. Nicknames like grade 6 or the date are not unique. Instead, we suggest using a part of your name, grade, course, or school name. For example, a grade 6 teacher named Mr. Helpert at Da Vinci Public School might use Helpert 6 DVPS as the nickname for their meet. Do not click continue until you are ready to start your meeting. The room will be opened for students even if you haven't joined the meeting yourself. You can reuse this nickname over and over again. You do not need to create a new one for each session. Provide this nickname to your students in your online space like D2L, Google Classroom, or private email to parents. While nicknamed meetings can only be joined by DDSB accounts, nicknames and links should not be posted publicly, such as on an open website, to avoid people outside your class requesting to join the meet. When you are ready to start the meeting, enter your nickname and click continue. The meeting is now open for students. Once in the session, avoid meeting with an individual student. One way to achieve this would be to mute your microphone and turn off your camera. Share your screen with a message stating that you will join when more than one student is present. In the Meet, you can control your microphone and camera at the bottom of the screen. In the upper right, you can view the participants, where you can mute individuals or remove people. For privacy reasons, you do not have the ability to unmute a student. They will need to unmute themselves. You can also view the chat window in the upper right corner. In the lower right, you will find the option to present your screen to participants. You may want to use slides to share content, Jamboard as a whiteboard, or another website with your students. When sharing your screens, try sharing only a window and putting your shared content there. This way, you can still see your students and chat in the main Meet window. Students can also share their screens at any time. In the lower right, you will also find more options by clicking the three dots. Here you will find the layout option with a 16-person grid introduced by the 1st of May. Settings allow you to change your microphone and camera source. When your meeting is finished, the teacher needs to be the last one out of the meeting. Remove any straggling students and then use the hang up button at the bottom of the screen. Being the last one out will ensure that the meeting closes and is no longer live for students to use. Online meetings can be complicated. It is important to create norms and expectations, just as you would in your in-person class. These might include encouraging all students to mute their mics unless they are sharing. Use the chat to ask questions to avoid crosstalk or for students to volunteer to contribute. Offering students a preview of what will be discussed may also facilitate better interaction when you do go live. Set expectations around screen sharing, as students are able to share at any time. Finally, video meetings with your whole class may not be the best format for all groups. Live sessions place demands on specific timing and access for families that may not work, amongst other concerns. Starting with small groups or multiple flexible times may better suit your students. To recap, use classroom meeting links if you can. If not using Google Classroom, be sure to use a nicknamed meeting, not a general link. Use the settings and controls located in Meet. Be the last one to leave the meeting to close the session. And finally, set clear norms and expectations for your group. If you have further questions about using Meet for distance learning, you can find more documentation on DDSB Spark, contact your educational technology coach, or email innovative.education@ddsb.ca.